Ho 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 ho! What's good, y'all? I'm back. You know, I said that this break would take more than 2 weeks, but guess what? I'm back. I don't need a 2-week break. Fuck that shit, because I got something to talk about. I always got something to talk about, okay? But this time, I actually have something to talk about. Something that has been festering in my mind for so long now, but has only been triggered because recently my friend went up to me and started a debate on Kendrick versus Drake once again, like fucking 1 year later after the beef. For some reason, he asked me,
Hey, Nathan.
this is not verbatim by the way, because the guy doesn't speak like this, but anyway, he asked me,
Hey, Nathan. Who do you think is better, Kendrick or Drake?
of course I was like, man, this is like a fucking old ass question, but you know what, I'll just answer it. Fuck it, it's Kendrick, easily, right? Like, even Drake fans admitted that Kendrick won the fucking beef. Kendrick was obviously better in that case. Now, he instantly was on my ass about how I was wrong. Okay, now this is not the first time someone's ever told me I was wrong, especially when it comes to these type of discussions, you know? Like, there's a lot of people out there who for some reason think that For All the Dogs is better than Mr. Morale. Like, brother, fuck it. If you had to pick between two slow-paced albums, you would pick the one where he's fucking moaning into your ear like a gay femboy. Are you fucking serious, dude? He's just moaning into your ear while falling asleep at the same time for half the songs. And he talks about nothing the whole time. The topic about dogs and being about For All the Dogs was so loosely based. It was so loosely adapted into the music itself. There's literally like 4 or 5 dog barks here and there, which symbolizes the title of the album. And it has like Snoop Dogg yapping for like 2 seconds on one of the songs. What about it is about dogs, bro? What about it is about the album itself? There's no cohesion. Mr. Morale was a conflict between Kendrick's inner conscience, right? Because he's debating whether he's as moral as people say he is, how people look up to him as, you know, like, is he really the type of person that people should look up to? Is he really the god that people says he is, you know? It's all really deep stuff. It's good stuff, basically. Like, he actually talks about stuff, even though it's a more slow-paced album. He talks about stuff and it's very compelling, you know? But either way, that's a bit of a side tangent. I'm sorry about that. But anyways, back to my point. His main argument as to why Kendrick is shit is because no one knows his songs. Huh? And he said everyone knows Drake songs, but I can't for the life of me name 5 Kendrick songs. Brother, oh my god, why are you debating music if you're using arguments that a fucking 5-year-old would make, dude? Like, this is the type of argument I would have made when I was 11, when I was listening to songs on the radio, like,
Who? What's this artist you're talking about? I've never heard him on the radio. Like, Taylor Swift is much better because I hear her all the time on the radio. Like,
that's not how it works, buddy. Like, quality doesn't equal popularity. I thought that was pretty obvious. I guess at the same time, as well known as this argument is, as well known as how bad this argument is in the whole music discourse of things, there are still people out here who genuinely think that Kendrick is shit and Drake is a god because Drake has songs that people know. Brother, are you fucking stupid? Okay, that's such a stupid take. I'm sorry, okay. I hope I don't have to reiterate as to why this take is so goddamn stupid, because I know I'm not the first person to has ever debunked this take, okay? And I'm not just talking about sales or whatever the fuck, right? Sales doesn't even determine quality in the first place, but popularity, while it could be an indication of quality, as in like, oh, this artist has a lot of listeners, this artist sells a lot of albums, so that means a lot of people must like him. That means there has to be some sort of really strong redeeming quality that attracts such a large audience, right? Like, same thing with Cardi. Like, Cardi is extremely popular even though it's extremely divisive. Now, just because there's a correlation between popularity and good music, as well as there's a small indication that popularity can mean good music, it's not necessarily the case most of the time, especially when it comes to Drake. I know I sound like I'm hating Drake right now, but I'm being completely honest here. Who here has fucking listened to any Drake album front to back? And I don't mean any of his old stuff, I mean any of the new stuff after Views. Like, who here with a sane fucking mind and ears that work properly has listened to a Drake album front to back without falling asleep after 2017, dude? Seriously? You're telling me you've listened to Certified Lover Boy and didn't either turn out gay or turn out to be fast asleep for the next 16 hours of your life? Are you kidding me, dude? Just because those albums sold a lot, it doesn't mean that it will age well. It doesn't mean that it's a good album. They're not good albums. I'm sorry, even Drake fans, you Drake fans will agree with that. They are not good albums. Like, I'm not here to slander Drake or whatever. He has done that himself by fucking touching and molesting a girl on stage who was only 17 years old. Like, he has done that himself. He has dug his own grave, right? So, like, I'm not here to shit on him or to slander his image. I don't need to do that. I'm just here to propel the truth here. Like, it's pretty fucking obvious that even for Drake fans, his albums recently, while they have been selling well, they haven't been the best music coming out of him, and that's okay, you know? You know, sometimes rappers like Drake and artists, they hit a slump, right, in their career. They just start putting out mid-tier quality music, and even like, honestly, never mind For All the Dogs level of music, which, if you don't know what I mean, it's the below 50 type of music, okay? Below 50% type of music. But either way, my point that I've been trying to make throughout this entire video, through all the hate and all the anger I've spewed about this stupid take, the point I've been trying to make, and the point that I've been making, is that this take has never and will never make any fucking sense. It will never justify why Drake is better than Kendrick Lamar, especially when it comes to the beef. Obviously, there are other reasons as to why people might think Drake is better than Kendrick Lamar in the beef. You know, maybe it's because for some reason they think The Hard Part 6 is a good song. Okay, or if for some reason they think just because Kendrick dropped Not Like Us and became a fucking meme, Kendrick lost the beef, and therefore by process of elimination Drake is the best rapper out of the beef and won. Okay. Like I'm trying to rationalize the reasoning they have here. Like I'm trying to look at it from different perspectives, you know, so you don't look at me and think, wow, this guy is such a fucking hater, this guy is so one-dimensional. Like I'm just trying to put myself in other people's shoes, like how they see Drake as a better rapper and artist than Kendrick Lamar. I'm sorry, I've made my stance on the recent Kendrick Lamar very clear. Like I'm not a huge fan of what Kendrick's doing recently. I think Kendrick's purposely turning himself into a joke for some fucking reason. You know, I've not been such a big fan of Kendrick recently, but even still, even nowadays with the tracks Drake has been dropping and the whole Iceman rollout, I don't see how Drake can be better than Kendrick Lamar. I'm sorry, okay? And popularity is not the answer to that question. Popularity is definitely not the answer to that question. I'd rather have you say Family Matters is a better song over Meet the Grahams, or that The Hard Part 6 solos Not Like Us. I'd rather have you say that than say that Drake is better than Kendrick Lamar because we know Hotline Bling. You know what? You know, sometimes people just don't deserve to have musical opinions. Alright, that's it for today's video, guys. My break's over, so expect more coming soon, and I hope you guys like my more subdued take. Not really take, but you know, delivery. This video, I've not been yelling over the place like I did in the last video. I think after my assignments, I've been thoroughly humbled. I feel like I'm in Nirvana right now, so yeah. I'll see you guys.